I basically was just told to sit in my feminine energy. Because, I'm a queen of I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'm queen of that. I'm queen of I'll do it. I'll do it. Y'all, hello. Welcome. I ain't even waiting on people to get up in this bitch. I'm just talking. Bitch ain't even waiting. I'm just like, yeah, so. And here we go. Let's see. So let's go ahead and let's talk real fast. So look, new moon tomorrow. And hey y'all, what's up, Sugarfoots? New moon tomorrow, and baby, it's already a doozy. Okay, first things first is that go sit down somewhere. I know we have a hard time hearing that, but you're gonna have to go sit down somewhere. You're gonna have to step in feminine energy, and I mean this for the entire collective. Men are masculine, but they're gonna have to step into their feminine energy. Why do I say that? So here we go. First things first is anybody that has any toxic femininity, when we doing our private live, probably this week. What's today? Saturday? Next week. We're going to do it next week. So one of the things that I noticed about this new moon energy, let's go ahead and tap the screen, everybody. Thank you. I love you. So one thing is that the fact of that we all have feminine energy in us. Okay. And anybody that has any toxic femininity in them, okay, now I'm not saying we are perfect, but I'm just letting you know that anybody that has any toxic femininity in them and it doesn't align with your healed femininity, I'm telling y'all right now, you will be removed immediately. Okay? God will make sure that there's a detour, there's a break, there's something. And so that's why when I was telling everybody like, yo, y'all so negative when y'all talk about Mercury retrogrades and all this shit that's going on, all these planets, going into different energies, like y'all are very fucking negative. And then y'all wonder why people are always like, oh, we don't believe in astrology, we don't believe in numerology, we don't believe in these things. It's because of the fact that y'all tie everything negative. Like, I think I've only heard maybe like 2-3 videos of somebody being positive about this situation, like about what's going on in the world right now. Everything else is negative, going to shit. And I realized, I forgot. The timeline shift is all about a mental thing. Mentally, people are stuck in negativity. They've chosen the path of negativity. Okay. And I know some people are like, oh, what do you mean? They chose the path of negativity. They chose the path of resentment. They chose the path of paranoia. They chose the path of fear. They chose the path of anxiety. They chose the path, whether they know it or not, they chose it. And you can tell. You can fucking tell because everybody's like all antsy and all jittery about dumbass shit, and you need to calm down. You dig what I'm saying? And so like the one thing that I've realized about the collective is the fact of like, y'all preach so much things about how you need to do this and do that. But like a lot of like, okay, saw a girl today. She was saying some of the things she fed up with. She said about how the Christian TikTok girls were basically just like, old hoes. And that's kind of how it go. One thing I realized is a lot of people are just, you're on a version. You are recreating the versions of what we saw in the physical on the internet. Okay? This is not a season to where it's all this negativity. Okay? It's just so much negativity. It's just so much negativity. Oh, this is going to happen. Like, I've never seen so much negative energy, and I'm realizing, like, the way I'm repelled by it. Like, I am so, like, astonished, flabbergasted. I am just shocked of, like, why everybody's so negative. And I've never in my life been so, like, go over there. Or roll my eyes. Like, I've watched people just do random things, and it's just like, y'all really are missing the point of us evolving, and you're falling back into a loop of the same cycle. You're falling back into a loop of control. You're falling back into a loop of a lack of discipline, a lack of motivation, more of the matrixy things. People are falling back into it, and you can tell because it's just like, what are you doing? If you've been confident, you've been, seeking freedom and joy and passion and greatness and love and all these things, like, what I think is so funny? Y'all, sorry, I'm talking fast, but this is just the energy. What I think is so funny is the fact of that we got people now basically saying, y'all know Sprinkle Sprinkle is not for love. I literally said that last year, like, y'all, stop listening to Auntie Sprinkle Sprinkle if you are going to try to be in the energy of Lover Girl. She's going to help you get into your bad bitch era, and then on top, then you need to utilize some of those qualities of yourself with the world. It's not just with men, but what she's telling you is a provider. So I think that's interesting. So we're finally seeing the switch. Then a lot of the feminine coaches, a lot of the Christian TikTok girlies, a lot of the male relationship advice split. Right now, you can see the split in the collective. One of the things I tweeted today on Twitter, I told him, how would you feel if I told you that you're preparing to be treated like a goddess and all you have to do is position yourself? A lot of women are getting into position to be treated like a goddess. And one thing about it, two things for sure, you need to step in feminine energy. Feminine energy is the quality of breathing, of receiving and giving, right? It's a masculine energy to give, but it's a feminine energy to know that that's a flow that's just going to keep going and keep going and keep going. Men are stepping into that energy. Women are stepping into that energy to be receptive. One of the biggest things that I've heard men say lately is the fact of that they don't feel appreciated for the things that they do. A lot of men are not even bothered by women's entitlement, but it just comes with a lack of gratitude. That is the biggest issue that we're seeing in the collective. And that's what I'm saying. Everybody has to step into feminine energy. Everybody has to step into an energy of emotional intelligence, emotional stability. You know what I'm saying? A spiritual stability. Everybody has to step into it, or you will constantly look like you are being an outsider. You'll look like you're trying to go against the grain of positive energy. There was nothing wrong with y'all being entitled, because at the end of the day, those are your standards. But see, how can you stand on standards and stand on business and lack gratitude? Everybody always asks God to shine favor upon their life. God, please shine favor upon me. God, please shine favor upon you. I've watched God shine favor upon y'all, and people lose their sense of gratitude. All of a sudden, people are doing things for you in the world, and you just thinking, oh, because you that bitch. No, that's called favor. Say thank you. It doesn't matter what it is. It don't matter what. I don't care if God put somebody in your life to give you a ride from across the street to downtown. Just say thank you. Everybody has to step. And this new moon is telling a lot of people, you sitting here, you saying you healing. You sitting here saying you confident. You sitting here saying all these things, but you lack a lot of feminine qualities that put you in better positions, because you're so busy trying to seek it from this individual or seek it from that individual. And another thing, why the fuck do y'all talk so much? I was telling y'all about that 12th house shit so everybody could kind of peep, so you can start keeping shit to yourself during this season, because I feel like a lot of people aren't understanding is to shut the fuck up. Shut up. Every time y'all get somebody to do something for you, you just be a that is a spell. That is a spell. Shut up. Shut up. If you have to start practicing being quiet about your blessings by lying, lie. Because please, be quiet. So many people are really messing up their flow because they keep talking. People don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything that you're getting done for you, and I'm telling you, this is for you. Everything that's happening right now is happening for you. Everything that's happening for you, I just want to let you know, quit talking about it. Be quiet. I've seen so many people preaching right now. Oh, God wants you to show it off. What God don't want you to hide this. God don't want you to. I'm telling you now. I tell jokes, but I'll never tell you a lie. God is trying to tell you, please be quiet. Please. I need you to please be quiet. You're going to mess this up. And you're not going to mess it up because of the fact of between you and the person. You're going to mess it up because you let the outsider come in and spill energy to it. Please be quiet. I set this up. This is a real, like, you know what I'm saying? I set this up. This is too easy for you. And the reason why God keeps telling me be quiet, because of the fact of it's not about what the person is doing for you in the physical. It's how they're helping you evolve in the spiritual. Like, this is what I mean by everybody has to step into feminine energy. This is all about emotional and spiritual development. Everybody lacks vulnerability. Everybody lacks intimacy. Everybody is lacking these things, and you can't sit here and tell me otherwise. I don't care how deep and soulfully you are with yourself, you lack it with others. I always told you, it's never an issue for you to be the way you are by yourself. It's how can you be that way with another individual? That's y'all. That's like, excuse me, not y'all. I'm gonna include myself. That's our biggest lesson. Our lesson is and because the South Node is in Libra and we're closing out of the South Node in Libra, that's the lesson. That's one of the karmic lessons of us trying to learn to use each other as karmic, to utilize people for your karmic cycles, is to understand that you, at the end of the day, you can be independent. You can be an individual. You can be powerful. You can be beautiful. You can be rich, wealthy. You can be all these things. But how do you deal with being those things in front of people? That's what's messing us up right now. People like, oh, you know how I know it's messing us up? Because like you can tell based off the conversation people have. You go on a date with somebody, they say things like, you use a word. I'm gonna give y'all an example. I went out with somebody, right? And I was like, yeah, I like somebody that's generous. Oh, that word's been coming up a lot lately. Wow, I hear a lot of women saying it on YouTube, and about a women saying about this, about generous and generous. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I've always used that word, generous. I'm not sure what this trendy shit you got going on, sir, but I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I've always said the word generous. Generosity is a Southern trait. You know what I'm saying? Like, generosity is literally like a Southern trait, a Southern hospitality. I'm from the South, so generosity is not just, I'm not sure where you're going with this, but I see that there isn't some emotional and spiritual. So then basically what it did was it put me in a position to be like, okay, setting a boundary. It put him in the position of that he had to truly get to know me, or he had to honestly show who he truly was, which he did, and we don't talk. And so that kind of left it at that, because bitch, who you playing with? It's only one bad bitch in the situation. It's always gonna be me. I told you, you need one person, man or woman, I don't care who it is. You just need one person to show you your worth in human form. And I promise you, you will never turn back. The new moon is literally repelling people that go against that energy. It's like you've already seen, like God is showing you your standard in human form. He's showing you your standard in human form. Okay? If God is showing you part of your standards in human form, and you try to converse with somebody, not even conversing, you try to be or try to, have any actions or whatever with somebody that doesn't meet that standard, I'm telling you right now, it's not going to work. It's going to be like this. The word that I keep hearing was divert. When things divert to another place, is because they aren't able to go to their original destination. They had to divert somewhere else because they weren't able to go to the next destination. See, a lot of people are being diverted because of the fact of you are the original destination and they can't make it. You are the original destination and they can't make it. The new moon is trying to tell you that you have to go where the sun is shining. And since they want to go where it's dark, they can't go over there with you. They're being diverted. And hey, I know it sounds like it's just a whole bunch of words now, but the actions are showing. And I can confirm it. Even with myself, I had to see it. Like, wow. Because at the end of the day, I don't care if you're a man or a woman, emotional intelligence and stability and spiritual intelligence and evolvement and awareness is the key to dealing with other people. Excuse me. Those are the keys to dealing with other people. Because when you meet people that lack those two things, they normally have a very big issue of dealing with others. Their relationships and their other situations, they have a big issue with other people. Everybody's always fine when they're by themselves. Hell, I'm fine when I'm by myself. This new moon is going to make you realize, like, you trigger yourself. Nobody was triggering you. You were triggering yourself because you're not used to dealing with these problems with other individuals. I honestly can be upfront and tell y'all that by myself, I never have an issue. I can create whatever reality I want by myself, but when I have other people that are also able to create their own reality and they actually want me in their reality, it caused me a little bit of a frenzy. Because of the fact of that, I can't be the creator of your reality and mine's. And that's something that a lot of people are not used to. They're used to creating their own reality, which is good, but they can't create your reality in theirs. And people are doing it subconsciously based off the things that they're saying. So you have to pick up on the things that people are saying to you off rip. You have to pick up on the words. Oh, hold on, y'all. Okay. You have to pick up on the words that people are saying in the initial conversation of y'all meeting. I'm telling you, because with the new moon being in Leo, it's illuminating things. So regardless of however, it's healing for you to feel. I just want y'all to know it's very healing. Oh my gosh, that you say that, Misha, because that was going to be my next point, was about envy. That's what I was saying about the initial conversation. Oh my God, that's so crazy that you said that, because I'm reading this book right now. And God really was like, are you reading this? And I'm like, yes. But the initial conversation, you're going to have to pay attention to. That's crazy. Envy's really going to be bad the next 2-3 months. I mean, it's always going to be bad, but it's going to be at an all-time high. People aren't even able to put their finger on why they're jealous. Not everything glitters is gold. They don't understand loyalty. So the book that I'm reading, I'm going to give you guys just a little bit of insight of the book I'm reading. So I'm reading this book, and it's about this couple. And the couple basically robs banks, but they stay very under the wraps. So, like, nobody knows that they do it. Like, they stay loyal. They don't add anybody into whatever. So the brother, one of the dude that does, the man that basically is the bond, it's a Clyde, his brother got out of jail, and he just was so suspicious. And the girl said in the beginning of the book, between even 40 pages in a book, maybe 41, the girl says, I got a feeling he's been watching us. And it makes me feel uneasy how much he's been watching us. That's what I'm telling you guys. The initial conversation with people, cut that shit off. Cut it off. Dead serious. The initial conversation with people, cut that shit off. This new moon in Leo, this Leo energy, Virgo energy that's going to be coming up is because of the in this new moon in Leo, this Leo energy, Virgo energy that's going to be coming up is because of the I don't know why I keep cutting out, but To be continued. We'll talk about this tomorrow, y'all.